Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about female friendships and my personal experience with them and what I personally believe about friendships in general. I believe that friendships are very much essential to living a well-balanced and whole life. I think as you get older, your friendships dwindle and your acquaintances and associates really increase. Not all of the friendships that you have will last a lifetime. In fact, studies have shown that as people get older, you really only have about 2 to 3 true friendships, authentic friendships. As you grow and evolve on your journey in life, not everybody is going to come with you, and not everyone should, because depending on their level of belief, their commitment to growth and expansion, their commitment to evolving and trying to be a good person, what do you base friendship off of? And for me, genuine friendship is based off of being able to be authentic with your friend, being able to show up in a vulnerable way and have that respected and honored, and for them to have your best interests at heart, and to hold space for how you'll grow as a person, as an individual, and you equally doing the same for them. I think that there is this picture that's painted in the media and movies about female friendship. One movie I love in particular, and I'm pretty sure all girls know, is that of Mean Girls. I love this movie for its multifaceted approach to female friendship and friendship in general. But I've known quite a few mean girls in my life, and I've personally stayed away from them because I think they're bullies. I think they're very insecure women who are just about smear campaigns. They're about power and control and manipulation and always remaining front and center. Everything's about them. And to me, it's just like this profound projection of insecurity. You should be able to stand up and shine your own light, and your friend be able to do the same thing. And again, referencing the movie, Regina George did not like that. She did not like when other people outshone her, or not even that they outshone her, that they got attention that she wasn't getting. And so I've always been mindful about women like that. I stay away from them because I feel like I can shine, you can shine, we both shine together. You know, this concept that a lot of women have about wearing the same outfit and who wore it better. You know, there's a whole section in Hollywood based off of who wore it better. And it just brings up this level of competitiveness, which I think when it comes to close friendships is very destructive. Because what you'll see is people vying for themselves in a way in which it's like not based off of friendship. It's based off of, well, it's me over you. And I have had that happen in my friendships, where I've worn something and I stood out too much for someone else, and I will always dress for what's appropriate for me. And I do appreciate really loud and bold colors, but for this one female friend, she just did a major smear campaign against me, and I knew that she was subconsciously just like secretly jealous. And other people have pointed this out, but I chose to remain blind because I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. And I was like, oh, you know, I'll apologize here. And then I just thought about it. I was like, why would I have to apologize for me being me? If I had done something to hurt her or upset her, I'd gratefully take responsibility and accountability for my role in like doing something that upset her. However, I try my hardest to live my life from a place of intention. So when it comes to friendships, it's always done with like a heart-centered space of love, of appreciation and connection. In the media, it's painted that being the mean girl, being part of the Mean Girls Club, and even that was a TV show that used to trigger me, because I was like, wow, these women are really vicious towards one another. It's like dog eat dog world. Women not only smear, from my personal experience, they were physically violent towards one another. They intentionally had sex with other people's partners, like always concerned about themselves. not about the other person's well-being. And so there are so many red flags to look out for in friendship. I encourage you, this is my advice, to really take inventory of friends that you feel like are truly there for you and your well-being, or are just there because you have a fast connection, you're talking about trending topics. You know, that's the thing. A lot of fast friendships happen because people are talking about trending topics, and you give all your time, effort, and energy to these people, and then 2 years goes by, and then after 2 years, you know, this was your best friend, and you gave that term out so lightly, and then they're nowhere to be found. I personally believe that a best friend is someone who cares, they put in the work to see your growth and your involvement. And while I do believe there are some connections that are automatically off the hit, just beautiful, I think a lot of those are based in the authenticity of connecting with another human being. They're not based off of trending topics. They're not based off of the most current makeup trends and the makeup looks. It's based off of the well-being of the other individual and life in general, and curiosities and idiosyncrasies. And wow, this person knows that, okay, so I like to dress up nice, but also I'm a person that loves stuff like National Geographic and History Channel and stuff like this. I'm very much intrigued about human behavior, psychology. This person knows these things about me. So if the only point of connection that we have is going out to a club or going out to a restaurant and talking about boys and who did this, and nothing that's like fulfilling sacred sisterhood, being your sister's keeper, it will fizzle out. I've had quite a few friendships that fizzled out like that. I tried to have genuine connections with people, but was met with that surface level stuff, which is great, and that's why they were an acquaintance. But when it comes to your life and like being able to plug into a relationship that's nurturing and giving, and just you can be yourself and be vulnerable and give your all without feeling like you are not safe around that person. You know, I do believe we all gossip, and try my hardest not to, because ultimately at the end of the day, you know, what I mean by gossip is like hating one another person. At the end of the day, it's such a soul sucking move. It's like very vapid. It's an insipid way of being. And so where do we get with that? Nowhere. But wasted energy. So there's this trending topic or this trending concept of the sisterhood wound, and it's usually where you try to have a friend or a few friends and you become wounded by your interaction with them, meaning you led with the best of intentions, and interacting with them, they betrayed you. They gossiped about you. They put you in a situation in which your health was in danger, or they emotionally or psychologically abused you. They gaslit you. They mocked you, made fun of you. They joked about you. They slept with your man. They were in constant competition, you know, with you, and they were just jealous of who you are. And so for me, I had an experience like that. This girl was just, I kept hearing stories about how she was always jealous of me, and I'm pretty sure we all have the story about a girl that was jealous of us, or maybe we've been jealous of another woman. For me, there are women I see out in life where I'm like, wow, that woman is very beautiful. The way she carries herself is something I aspire to. But it took a lot of inner work to not feel intimidated by that energy. Because at the end of the day, it's you know, if you're trying to be the prettiest woman alive, good luck. Good luck. There's so many beautiful women out there. But for me, I was more triggered by women who held themselves with grace and class and like elegance, and very feminine women who just, it was very effortless, their being. And sure, they may have been beautiful, or maybe they were just kind of, you know, they were cute, but the way that they carried themselves was very mesmerizing, charismatic, graceful. Those women, I was like, wow, how do I become that charismatic, magnetic energetic, like opulent, divine woman. How do I become that? That to me was, I got triggered by that. So I understood very quickly that there's always someone prettier. But that doesn't take away from your natural beauty and who you are as a person. For me, there have been fast friendships that resulted in me not even knowing these people. I'm not in their day-to-day life. Then there have been friendships where throughout the years it's been, I check in and they're there, and the ability to pick up and talk about heavy topics or like soul topics, sacred topics is always there. I can always go there with them and show a true part of myself, and I just feel genuinely safe in their energy. Like I can confide in them certain things and they won't first judge me or two use it against me. It's the level of commitment in friendships. I think the term best friend is used way too loosely. This idea of someone being your best friend, I used to tussle with that because I am a person that has many interests, and it was very hard. It's been very hard to find a female friend that could keep up with the interests. And so I would make friends in one group and then friends in another group, and then trying to draw them together over birthdays, and it would just never, they never kind of made friends on their own because they're so different. Best friend was always hard for me because I have about 2 to 3 friends that I consider my best friends, and I've been friends with them for about a decade now. And so to me, they've seen the growth. We've had tough moments, we've had growth moments, and realized where either one of us went wrong. And to me, 10 years in, the effort, the resource, the energy, the checking in and making sure each other is okay, there's genuine, just like connection. This hyper competitiveness of I'm the baddest bitch alive, I'm the baddest here, I'm the most pretty here, it's like such an illusion. It's important to take stock of the people you surround yourself with. And just because a person can't make it to every event that you might have does not mean that they're not a good friend. People have their own lives too. Sometimes people can't always show up for you like that. But the friend that can show up for you in the most necessary and dire times, a friendship based off of someone really valuing your well-being and what's best for you, and not based off of superficiality, materialistic items. Someone who you can sit and cry with and be vulnerable with, and they won't go and talk shit about you behind your back. I don't really have too many male friendships, if any at all. I have a partner. I value his friendship and our connection, and I also have a lot of brothers. I found it difficult to have male friendships because a lot of them are not there for the friendship. They lie in waiting for an opportunity. That's what my experience has been, and a lot of people I know, a lot of women I know. So I hope that if you've chosen to stay this long and watch this rant, you have a female friendship in your life that this person has your best interests at heart and that you equally do as well. And this friendship based off of the foundational framework of being there for each other and really being that safe container, and are able to be real and honest with this person, where you can lift each other's crowns up. Her getting her attention, her recognition, her awards, all these things have nothing to do with your worth. If you find yourself in a state of jealousy, it could be a sense of motivation to take time to focus on you. You know, those are her attributes. So no matter how much you hit on her, she's always going to have them. You never will unless you do the work on yourself. And again, you may have gifts that she doesn't have. And so why value her gifts over your own? You can both shine. There's this idea of extreme competition, and I won't negate that competitiveness has its place. Definitely does. But in terms of friendship, if it's not on a board game, if it's not in a sport where the best person wins based off of their capability, no hurt feelings, then competition in friendships is dangerous. You're a whole person out here vying for your life and your position. You never compromise your integrity, you'll get far. I want to thank you for taking the time out to listen to this rant today. I hope you have found value in this message, that you step forward in your day wanting to only be the best version of yourself and extending that to whatever female friendship you may have, and only growing more in a sense of love and connection. Please like, comment, subscribe below if you really vibe with me. I appreciate your support. Thank you so very much. Have an awesome day.